Muy buenas a todos, amigos y amigas, ¿cómo están hoy? Espero que muy bien. Nos encontramos una vez más con Metal Gear Solid 2. Nos encontramos en esta gran entrega. Estamos con el bueno de Raiden, aquí abriendo casilleros en la armería. Y bueno, vamos a ver qué tal hacemos el día de hoy. Estamos en la zona del Shell 1, el núcleo del Shell 1. Y bueno, tenemos que ver si podemos rescatar al presidente, ¿no? Aquí tenemos Claymore, que no está llena, tenemos un libro y tenemos C4. No es necesario realmente cerrar la puerta, pero somos ordenados. Luego aquí, por ejemplo, está cerrada, ¿no? Lo podemos abrir a puñetazos. Y aquí igual es de M4, que no tenemos M4, pero bueno, ahí vale, de M4. Lo vemos igual que él, ¿no? Vamos a romperlo. Tenemos una cámara al ascensor, ¿no? Vamos a llamar a Campbell.
Raiden, make contact with Ames and obtain information about the president. You're in the Shell 1 core now. Ames is being held on B1. Head for B1.
No quería esta charla, vamos la otra.
Even the most successful disguise can't protect you if you decide to blow your own cover by attacking the enemy. Do not engage the enemy while you are in disguise.
Bueno, ¿no quiere más cerca aquí? Ahora.
I see an elevator over there. You'll be able to travel from floor to floor now. Push the action button in front of the panel you see next to the elevator. The elevator should arrive in a few minutes. That elevator is a cut above the usual. Do you see that strange-looking surveillance camera above the panel?
Yeah, it's not responding when I enter its field of vision. What is it?
The camera apparently goes online only when someone activates the panel. In other words, it's there to check on the person trying to use the elevator.
If you're not disguised as a terrorist, you'll be spotted as soon as you call the elevator.
Bueno, está buscando precisamente esta charla porque, bueno, te explica que si vos no venís con el traje acá, te descubren enseguida.
I see you're wearing the enemy field uniform. Looks pretty good on you.
Cut it out. It's bad enough that I'm dripping with sweat wondering when somebody's gonna see through my disguise.
Don't worry. And quit being so sensitive. At least your walk won't give you away.
My walk? What do you mean, my walk?
Nothing. Forget I said it. I'd worry more about the fact that the uniform's a little small for your size. It just might come off when you bump into an enemy. Normally, a proper fitting uniform is issued to a soldier. You're just going to have to fit your movement to the uniform.
Esa referencia a Meryl y su manera de caminar en Metal Gear Solid 1. Y bueno, vamos a continuar. Corán se activa la cámara, nos mira y nos da el visto bueno. Si no, aparece la alarma y nos atacan de todos lados. Por eso es importante el traje aquí. Vamos a ir al B2. El B1 está en el presidente. Bueno, el presidente no. ¿Quién tenemos que ver para dar con el presidente? Pero aquí es donde tenemos que ir ahora mismo, al B2. Tenemos unas raciones. Ahí tenemos un soldado. Queda por aquí. Vamos a hacer un logro ya que estamos. Que es... Poner la revista en el suelo. Y este se puede mirar la revista. Eso es un logro. Aquí tenemos bala para la M9 y acá creo que no había nada, ¿no? No, bien. Acá tenemos el micrófono direccional.
You have the directional microphone. According to our information, Ames has a pacemaker. This should make his cardiac pattern fairly distinct. Use the directional microphone to locate it.
Y bueno, cuidadín aquí, no chocarte a nadie. Tenemos la caja 4. Y el nodo. Para, bueno, radar, ¿no? Bien, aquí tenemos algo vacío. Balas de socom, nada mal. M4. Ya tenemos un M4. Necesitamos tarjeta nivel 3 para eso. Y acá arriba, por ahora hay una especie de revista, ¿no? Hacemos así. Y tenemos montones de revistas. Ah, mal, la parte viene bastante bien, precisamente en esta parte. Vamos a ir por aquí para variar. Este está con la revista ahí, mirando. No le importa nada más. Y bueno, ya tenemos el micrófono direccional, que es necesario para la misión. Así que vamos a ir al B1.
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Tenemos una puerta. Bueno, el nodo para, bueno, tener radar y ver bien, ¿no? Tenemos una relación. Y aquí abajo no hay nada. Pensé que hay una relación ahí, pero bueno. O me confundí o puede que sea otra dificultad.
Freeze!
Podemos dormir a los que queramos, ¿eh? No hay necesidad de hacerlo como sin molestar a nadie. Tenemos stun. Son igual que cualquier guardia. Solamente que, bueno, acá podemos hacer en sigilo todo, ¿no? Tenemos a la Socom. Una revista ahí. Están quietísimos esos. Voy a despertar a este. Podría agarrar a cualquier otro, pero... Le pegamos con el arma, por cierto. Se puede también.
Freeze!
Retinol pattern recognized. You are cleared to enter.
Y pasamos. Llama obligatoriedad.
Raiden, one of those hostages in there is Ames. The only thing we know is that Ames wears a pacemaker. His heartbeat should sound different from other people's, so use the directional microphone to locate him. Once you recognize Ames by his heartbeat, keep the microphone pointed toward him. Then push the action button and call out to him. If it really is Ames, he should respond in some way.
What if it's the wrong person?
The guards may get suspicious and come running instead. Security could get tighter, too.
Try to be sure before you take the risk.
Don't call out to a hostage with the action button until you're fairly sure that it's Ames. If you do make a mistake, switch the microphone for an AK and get out of there before a guard gets suspicious. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
Perfecto. Voy a hacer un guardito aquí, importante.
Jack, is that you?
Rose.
So, have you decided to talk yet?
Nope.
That's too bad.
Why are you so interested in me all of a sudden?
Because I'm curious. More so than before. Does it really bother you that much?
There must be some things you don't want to say.
Like what?
You know, those things you don't want to say.
Let's see. Things you don't want to say. Like that you've been married before? That you're 80 years old? That you used to be a woman?
Rose.
What exactly is it you won't tell me? Do you think I'd hate you if I knew? Do you really have that little faith in me?
No, it's nothing like that.
Then what is it?
It's...
It really bothers me. The fact that there's a side of you I don't know. Sometimes I just can't help myself.
You've got me right now. Isn't that enough?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. I know I'm being greedy, but it's just not enough.
Y bueno, tenemos aquí pelea romántica en medio de la misión de rescate de rehenes.
Raiden, retain your cover at all costs inside that conference hall. There's only one way in and out of the area. If you're discovered inside, they'll cut off your retreat and call in the reinforcements. You won't make it out of the room. The mission will be over if you're discovered. Don your disguise and look for Ames while deflecting the enemy's suspicion.
Bueno, puse precisamente el guardadito aquí porque hay algo que quiero mostrarles.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Entonces, bueno. Posiblemente tenga que recargar esta partida para mostrarle todo. Guarde ahí.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
Tenemos una sala de reuniones. ¿Y aquí? ¿Qué hay? Curioso, ¿verdad? Ese hace reportes, así que cuidado. Básicamente, o sea, lo fácil sería dormirlo, pero no es tan fácil, ¿no?
Hey, you! Just wait a minute. What are you up to?
Me acabo de tropezar con Ren y me perdí el traje. Acaba de ir el que no quería. Sí. Yo creía que fuera el otro. Porque en algún momento va a aparecer la alarma de... ¿Qué está pasando? Bueno.
Reporting no problems in the hall on B1 in the Shell 1 core.
You're Ames, aren't you?
Este es Ames. Suele estar acá en difícil. Y al final lo hice bien a la revista, pensé que no.
Ames. Keep still and listen to me. I'm not a terrorist. I got in here using one of their uniforms. I'm taking off the tape. Stay quiet.
Who told you about me?
An informer calling himself Mr. X, dressed like a ninja.
I see. Take this thing off me, will you? I'm Richard Ames.
Secret Service?
No, I was set in by the Lali Lule Lo, just like you.
What?
You're here to find out where the president is.
We have little time, so I'll be brief. How about switching to nanocommunications first?
Nanocommunications?
Right, silence beats talk when it comes to safety. Are you on?
Right here. Do you really know where the president is?
Almost certainly. He was moved to the first floor of Shell 2's core section.
The first floor, the core of Shell 2. Is he still there?
I don't know. I can't get a response.
You don't think he's been like the other hostages? A hostage was killed in retaliation after the SEAL 10 disaster, remember?
What are you talking about? Regardless of what they do to other hostages, they won't touch the president.
What makes you so sure?
The case.
You mean the nuclear button they took?
Right. And the case won't do a thing by itself. That case may be the single most advanced example of a weapons failsafe system. The password is nothing less than the physiological data of the US president.
Physiological data?
The president's own vital signs, heartbeat, brainwave pattern, blood pressure, and so on are constantly monitored and relayed by his internal nanomachines. This information, along with the DNA pattern, serve as a biometric password, unbreakable even by the latest parallel processor supercomputers. The password entry itself cannot be performed unless brainwave patterns and heartbeats fall within normal parameters, rendering chemical and other forms of coercion impractical. In other words, the login must be made of the president's own free will. As a failsafe, the input must also be reconfirmed hourly, even after the initial login. If a valid confirmation is not forthcoming, the system will automatically cancel the login.
And that's why they can't harm the president.
At least until the bird flies.
Is there really a new model of Metal Gear here?
Absolutely. The black case serves as the launch key to Metal Gear as well.
Why would they hide Metal Gear in an offshore plant?
Haven't they told you anything? The entire thing was planned. The oil spill, the tanker accident that caused it, everything. The big shell was built specifically for the development of a new Metal Gear model. The inspection tour was to check its progress.
What's going on around here?
Wait. Here comes Snake.
That's him?
Use the microphone to listen in.
King, Fat Man is dead.
Acá puedo hacer un logro.
Saved us.
Luego se lo mostraré.
Getting rid of him ourselves. Why did he betray us? Who knows? They're a band of lunatics to begin with. Nothing they do should come as a surprise. I'll have his background rechecked, just in case. You think he was working for them? We can't discount the possibility, especially with that intruder still at large. Yes, the man in the sneaking suit. You know more about those suits than I do. But Foxhound was disbanded 4 years ago, so it must be the Patriots. What about the damage to Shell 2? The circulation system for the contaminated water has been damaged. The water being drawn in is overflowing, and the lower block of the central section is flooding. Seal the connecting pathway between Shells 1 and 2. The Simtex and IR sensors are already in place. Any effect on it? No. What about the President? The password entry has already been made to the black case. In 1 hour, we'll need a confirmation from him. His work is done after that. Make sure you keep him alive until then. Yes, I know. What about the unit's activation? Almost complete. The code has already been entered. All we need now is for the girl to start the system. The usual method, I assume? No. The drugs took care of everything. Only a few more steps to outer heaven.
Who is that cyborg ninja, Shalashaska?
I cannot even guess.
What about you?
Olga, don't cast suspicion where it isn't due.
Where it isn't due, when you watched my father die and did nothing.
It's been 2 years ago, Olga. Let it go.
I read the case file for Shadow Moses, by the way.
Olga, how could you suspect me?
I know that the ninja is not one of my men.
How meaningful you make that sound. If Sergei were still alive...
If the old man were still alive, I wouldn't need to take orders from you.
Olga, Sergei was my best friend.
If you sell us out, I'll kill you myself.
Listen, daughter of Sergei. Don't ever let me see your gun pointed at me again.
If you wish, I'll put a bullet in your back instead.
I told you then when no one else would. You think any government would have you as irregulars in this political climate? The worst kind of wet works, maybe. But even that's doubtful. I recommend against switching camps. You've nowhere left to go. It's happening again. This damn right arm. Liquid! It's almost as if it's having its revenge. How much do you think we spent on that arm in Lyon? The best transplant surgery team in the world. I never trust a Frenchman. There's something going on. The incidents are becoming more frequent. Maybe that man's presence. Ocelot, I leave this place in your hands. I have the intruder to take care of. Yes, King.
Is that really Solid Snake?
That's what he claims.
I thought Snake was dead.
Solid Snake did die. But he's also here in the shell. Either he survived or there are two of them.
Two of them?
And that's impossible. Anyway, what did you manage to catch?
They said password input was complete.
I thought so.
You said the password entry into the black case had to be made by the president willingly.
That's right.
So this means the president is cooperating with them.
It would have to be, yes.
Why?
Probably tired of being a puppet, but it wasn't a smart move to betray us.
A puppet?
We're running out of time. They will fire a nuke. You know what you need to do before then.
Fire the nuke, but it's nowhere close to the ransom deadline.
Ransom?
$30 billion in cash.
What are you babbling about? The nuclear strike is not a threat. It's been the objective all along.
They plan to slaughter millions of people.
No, a high-altitude detonation. You've heard of the Compton effect?
Total disruption of electronic equipment caused by EMMA pulse.
Textbook answer. Well, when an average nuclear warhead goes off within the atmosphere, the result is an electromagnetic pulse of up to 50 billion megawatts. The EMMA field can reach tens of thousands of volts per meter, and most electronic equipment will be toast in an instant.
If one of the key movers of world economy stops functioning, it could mean the beginning of a global depression.
But that isn't their aim. What they plan to do is liberate Manhattan, pull it offline and turn it into some kind of a republic. Hence, Sons of Liberty, I suppose.
Sons of Liberty?
Damn! Ocelot is coming. I'm going offline. Search my pocket. Hurry! It's a security card. You'll be able to unlock doors of up to level 3 security. Use it to get to Shell 2. Take care of the president before they launch the nuke. He's coming here. Pick up your AK. He's
Bueno, básicamente tenemos que agarrar nuestra casa, si no nos destroza,
coming
¿no?
here.
What do you think you're doing?
I asked him to remove these. I'm ill, you see.
I always knew that the DIA turned out second-rate liars.
What are you talking about?
No need for denials. We know what you are, Colonel Ames. They knew that the President was planning to betray them. So they sent you in to keep tabs on him. Am I right?
You?
Sorry, Colonel. You failed to carry out your duties.
You'll never escape the Lali Lulelo.
Is that so? What the?
You tricked me. I understand now. Ocelot.
You? Which team are you with? Show me your face. You know who he is.
No, he is not one of mine.
Identify yourself. We meet at last.
Aprendió Ocelot.
Hold your fire. We need the hostages alive.
Hurry, get away.
But you died.
Leave this to me.
Colonel, Ames is dead. Looked like a heart attack.
That's unfortunate. However, we do at least know where the President is.
So there really is a new type of Metal Gear in this place?
Apparently. We're still looking into it.
I've also been told that the nuclear strike was what the terrorists were after from the start, not the $30 billion.
Right. It was a cover-up all along.
Colonel, what are you keeping from me?
I am not keeping back anything. It's not as though I'm told all the facts either. I'm pulling in all the favors I can to look into all this. Just be a little patient. Our priority should be with the President right now. We can take it that they've completed the password entry and are preparing Metal Gear for nuclear strike. Get to the President as soon as possible.
But the President is cooperating with them.
According to Ames, yes. But it's also true that they're about to get rid of the President. There's something else going on here, and the President may be able to tell you what it is when you see him in person. Once they get the confirmation for nuclear launch, they'll do it. You need to rescue the President before then.
Jack, I agree with the Colonel. You need to protect the President for now.
All right.
Y perfecto, tenemos que proteger al presidente. Ahora mismo...
Freeze.
Vamos a dormir a este. Usar el ascensor. Tenemos el traje porque nos va a hacer diferente, pero no nos sirve de nada realmente. Y bueno, una cosa que podemos hacer apenas salimos es usar una chat. Las stuns no son muy recomendables porque realmente alertan a todo el mundo acá. Y bueno, ahora que salimos voy a hacer un guardadito y voy a mostrarle algo que quería mostrarle antes.
Jack, have you remembered what day it is tomorrow?
No.
I see.
You said you had something you wanted to talk to me about? What was it?
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why does it have to be tomorrow?
So I can build up enough courage first. And so you won't run away.
I would never do something like that.
Liar. Every time I want to talk about something, you suddenly remember that you have some work you have to do, or you get a stomachache.
Hey, that's not...
You know it's true. What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything, and I won't try to run away.
Is that so? Well then, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah,
So you have to come back, okay?
I know.
To come all the way to New York just to get hit with a bowel attack. What luck. Oh! This one's worse than that one up in Alaska. Come to think of it, that commander chick really reminds me of someone. Who is she like again? Oh. Well, yeah. She's like her. Now that's a time I'd like to forget. Ridiculous that I had to get jacked for everything that was on me. When I think about it, that's when everything started to hit the skids. It's a shame. Up to that point, I was steady cruising on the elite course. Oh, here we go again. Oh. Still, that Russian crew is a pretty decent bunch. The president's escort guys get on my nerves, though. Oh, whatever. For now, just gotta hang in there. Oh, there's no paper.
Y bueno, acá vemos un pequeño fragmento del carcelero que vemos en Metal Gear Solid 1, ¿no? Johnny. Y bueno, aquí estamos luego de enseñar ese mitad de logro. Todavía no completamos el logro porque hay que encontrar 2 veces ese diálogo oculto del guardia.
Get out of Shell 1. According to Ames, the president is on the first floor of Shell 2's core. Cross the connecting bridge from the north side of Strut D to get to Shell 2. That's where you need to go.
Eso haremos. Esto es todo este. Y aquí tenemos cámaras, así que cuidado. Ahora, si no queremos gastar balas de la SOCOM, no podemos hacer así, ¿no? Porque es mucho más difícil pegar, ¿no? O sea que al momento de apuntar en realidad estás disparando también, ¿no? ¿Fallé? Solamente fallé. Fallé un montón de veces. Con 3 alcanza. Y bueno, perfecto, continuemos rápidamente por aquí. Esas son torretas que disparan para que te peguen mientras estás pasando ahí y caigas hacia abajo a la muerte. Estamos aquí. La conexión es en el D, básicamente. Pero nosotros vamos a ir hacia el F. Porque somos así, somos la contraria. No, mentira, hay cositas que hacer acá, así que...
Nothing here.
Who's there?
Nadie.
It's the enemy. Who's there?
What's going on? Respond. Communications with Strut F have ceased.
Me salió bastante mal. Esa zona se me da mal, ¿eh? Voy a tener que profesionar mucho cuando haga el Big Boss. Bien, tenemos una tarjeta nivel 3, con lo cual podemos entrar a ciertas zonas que antes no podíamos. Como por ejemplo esta. Tenemos el RG. Acá no hay nada, me confundí de zona. Que no está nada mal este, ¿eh? Dios, no lo junté. Yo que quiero hacerlo rápido y estoy tardando el doble. Aquí no hay nada. O si te cae la puerta encima, pues te puede hacer eso. Ah, eso es ahora para PC, que uno te... Vamos a salir para que se recargue esto, ¿no? Tampoco podemos tomarnos todo el tiempo del mundo porque esto se despierta también, no sé. Podemos dormir un ratito. Aquí también tenemos una puerta nivel 3. Donde hay un PSG1. Y aquí tenemos un arma oculta. Que es el PSG1T, que es tranquilizador básicamente, para no matar. Yo hago una mezcla, realmente, bueno, estoy acostumbrado a usar el tranquilizador. Pero en cuando me gusta matar. Por eso estoy haciendo esa mezcla de veces. Mato a veces, ¿no? Aquí, cuidadín, porque... Verán, hay rayos láser. Déjala venir, ya que estoy. Bien. Vamos M4. Ya tenemos PSG1, balas. No recuerdo si eran de PSG1 o PSG1T, así que bueno.
The situation is normal. All clear.
It was nothing. All clear.
Nothing was wrong.
It was nothing.
Sí, perfecto. Con esto creo que exploramos todo, ¿no? Si no me equivoco, las dos de abajo ya las habíamos visto. Nos falta esta. Que está lleno de granadas. No recuerdo si teníamos granadas, por cierto, antes. Y balas del PSGT. No viene nada mal. Las stun, por cierto, acá son medias inútiles en este juego. Porque hacen que salte la alarma. Sí, stunean y tal, pero... como que alertado.
Freeze.
Ah. Y bueno, nos vamos. Con esto... debería estar todo. Lo que no sé si respawnean los que estaban acá, si respawnearon. Qué desprecio bala. Vamos a ver rápidamente, a ver si nos aparecen las cámaras. Bien. Por cierto, hasta el punto, como verán, quien está sin señales de vida.
Who's there?
Y nos vamos. Esta conexión de E. Tardé. Lo hice mal. Pero llegar. ¿Llegó, no? Sí, llegó. Bien. Y aquí precisamente es donde está el cambio. Y vamos a ir dejando el capítulo por aquí. Porque ya la siguiente parte, bueno, hay más cositas, más historia, cinemáticas, combate contra un jefe y bueno. No quiero que se alargue demasiado el capítulo. Y tampoco quiero cortar algunas cosas en el medio, así que
Jack, is that you?
vamos a guardar, a hablar con Rose, a ver qué nos dice. Y aquí dejamos el capitulito.
You know, Jack, there's something that bugs me sometimes.
What?
Why are you going out with me?
Huh?
Is it because I'm beautiful?
Why are you asking me this all of a sudden? And where do you get off calling yourself beautiful?
Well, it's the truth, plain and simple. I'm too smart not to realize it and not sarcastic enough to be modest about it.
Is that so? Well then, your schedule must be booked solid with dates.
You bet. I've even hired a private secretary to deal with all of them. But she cancels all of my appointments except for yours.
Ooh.
Sometimes it really does bother me. Sometimes I think all you want is a pretty face to accompany you to parties.
What are you?
Just to make everyone jealous when they see you with me.
You're being ridiculous.
Oh, really? But you never talk about yourself. I never know whether it's really me you want by your side, whether you'd ditch me if you found someone prettier.
You know that's not true.
Really? Then would you still go out with me even if I weren't beautiful?
Of course.
Do you like me for me, or is it my reputation?
Do you really think anyone would say your reputation? I'm just joking. Of course I like you for you. Honest truth.
Really? Thank you.
Y bueno, acá tenemos una última charla de enamorados para despedir el capítulo. Espero que hayáis disfrutado mucho de las aventuras de Metal Gear Solid 2 hoy. Viendo cómo, bueno, enterándonos un poco más del presidente, de lo que está pasando, que la verdad que Raiden está súper perdido, no se entera de nada. Pero poco a poco vamos desvelando el misterio. Les mando un gran saludo a todos, muchas gracias por estar ahí, hasta otra. Cuídense.